Hello and welcome to another edition of Gamereactor Live. As you might have noticed, we are wearing some cool hats.
Celebratory beanies.
Oh yes. And of course that's because we are going to play Infamous Second Son. And we will be giving away some swag today as well. The game.
The game.
And I'm not quite sure, can we get a close-up? Because we've got some strange stuff. Let's see.
Yeah, from a preview trip I did at some point, we got some celebratory swag for the game.
This is the stuff that's on my, let's see if we get a close-up. That's on my iPhone at the moment, and I'm giving that away. We've got a super cool little big planet guy dressed as Delsin.
Yeah.
And of course we've got Delsin.
Himself. And he has a chain with him?
He has a chain. And that's some of the swag, and of course we've got the game for PS4, and we're giving that away as well.
Yeah.
And since I haven't introduced us, I'm Lee West, and this is Magnus Andersen.
Yeah.
And should we hit start?
Yeah, let's hit start and see. So I think the game, along with Infamous, along with Killzone, was the most anticipated announced PS4 title.
Yeah,
exclusive
yeah.
PS4 title. So
definitely.
Let's
see. As you might know, we've got the reviews up on all the Gamereactor sites at the moment, and it's going pretty good at between, I think, 8 and 9 in all territories. So
yeah, the game is hitting high scores.
And it's well deserved. I mean, I really enjoy this game. I think they did everything that I expect from a sandbox game, and they did it the way they should do it.
We should explain, both Lee and I have played the game extensively, and I think we're both pretty positive on it, as well as Thomas, our reviewer here.
In Denmark, yeah.
In Denmark, yes. Go read the review on Gamereactor, but I think all in all, we're all fairly positive around the game.
And now we're getting a short intro explaining a bit about the conduits, or the so-called bio-terrorists in the game.
It also sets up the Department of Unified Protection, DUP, which is sort of this military government control unit, which is set out to control and detain all conduits or bio-terrorists, as they've been labeled, because they're a danger to the population, according to them. So there's this sort of this historic, sort of dictatorish flavor to it.
Indeed.
And now we will begin the opening segment, which introduces Delsin, the new main character.
I think we should mention that I think it runs at a steady at least 30 frames a second.
Yeah, if not more.
It looks gorgeous, and the live stream is 25 frames a second, just so you know, in case you're sitting there with your magnifying glasses and super eyes and comparing. But it's, as you can see, it looks great. Yeah.
It is. This month we saw the release of both the new Metal Gear Solid and Infamous, and they both, I think, are showcases for just how much the new consoles can do. And especially Infamous, which is just huge open world. It looks gorgeous, even in the smallest detail. But as you said, there might be a little bit of scaling back on the stream. But I think steadily it runs at about 30, maybe more frames per second, even when the large effects
I've
hit
really
the screen.
been trying to sort of get a frame rate drop, and I didn't have any luck with it.
No.
And, here's one of the first stupid things we go through. And that's, I need to rattle my spray can.
Yeah.
And I think it's a silly idea, but I actually think it was pretty funny how they did this. And of course you're getting the rattling sound out of your controller as well, and that's pretty cool. So now I'm spray painting this because I am,
of course,
a super street guy.
Thug. Of course, you have to expect that when it's a first-party exclusive game, it has to use the different sort of exclusive functions that comes with a specific console, as does Microsoft and as does Nintendo.
Yeah.
And in this case, the touch and the speaker in the controller itself is used quite a lot throughout the game.
Yeah, there's tons of stuff.
Yeah. But as you say, rattling the spray can is a bit much, but I think the spraying in itself is quite fun.
I was actually laughing out loud when I heard it do the rattling sound, and
yeah.
it's like...
Okay, we got subtitles on. That's good.
And of course, this is Delsin, and that's the lead protagonist.
Yes,
of the game.
and the new lead protagonist, one of the most controversial things about the game, which they've switched characters. And as you might have already have guessed, Delsin is a Comish, which is sort of this Native American tribe who lives out on the coast.
Who's out there?
One of the things I was really surprised about is the animations and the facial expressions. They are brilliant.
Yeah, they're really brilliant. And now, for the first time, they're using motion capture on the faces as well, which really give that human edge. And as you might have already have noticed, brilliant voice actor Troy Baker has lent his talents and his face to Delsin.
Yeah.
You might know him as Joel from The Last of Us and Booker DeWitt from Bioshock Infinite. So this guy's immensely talented, and he does a really good job as Delsin.
He does indeed.
Well, I have no choice. He's a cop.
I was actually sitting, looking at the eyes of the different persons, and there was one scene where it's like, haha, he isn't looking at the guy he's talking to, and then that was because he was looking at something behind him, and I was like, oh damn it,
yeah,
well done.
Yeah,
well
you couldn't catch a mistake.
Okay, let's see. We need to get out. I mean, that's one of the first hard puzzles in this game. I mean,
find the back door. Out
where
of the fish
should
cannery.
we go?
Yeah.
Could it be the exit?
Yeah.
There's
going to be a lot of players drop off there already because
I mean, that's
difficult.
Crazy stuff.
So already now we've got a question: is there a licensed soundtrack in the game? Not as such. There's no tracks, music tracks. There's a symphonic score that goes sort of. It evolves dynamically as the action does. The more action there's on screen, the more it will evolve, and it's really good.
And it's a lot like I mean it sets the whole mood, the whole Seattle grunge feeling, and at the same time it acts like a soundtrack to a movie, so it never gets in the way or feels misplaced. It's really well done.
And as you can see, the camera too is pretty dynamic, following Delsin, and sort of goes for these weird twisted angles sometimes, which really makes it fun and surprising.
Let's see, we need to get somewhere, and that's probably out here, isn't it?
Yeah.
One of the things I was a bit disappointed about was this.
Yeah.
Come on.
As it is in many games.
Please, let us be able to swim. But
did you notice in the Batman Arkham games, sort of Batman, this huge, brilliant brawler superhero, and as soon as he gets in the water, he sort of rattles and has to get out.
At least he has got a lot of different, comments in the game here. So whenever you're doing something you aren't allowed to, or doing something fun, it isn't repeated. It isn't like, oh wow, that's the same phrase again. It feels pretty fresh through the whole game.
And answering some quick questions here. Yes, Branko, we're playing a quick sort of opening segment which takes about 20 minutes, half an hour, and then the world is completely open to you.
That's true, yeah. We're going to try. I mean, we won't spoil too much of the story.
No.
We are still debating whether or not, cover your ears if you want. Don't want to know, but we are debating whether or not we should go for the neon powers as well. So we might just screw around a bit and get the first few powers to actually, show what he's capable of.
Yes, what Delsin is, and I don't think this is spoiling anything, he picks up different powers along the way, which is sort of his thing. as Cole does in
And-
Infamous 2. So
And a brilliant excuse again to give him
to
different
give him
superpowers throughout the game.
and they all feel very different. But I think the one that you might be most acquainted with, following trailers and preview coverage, is the smoke power, which is the first Delsin will get, and the one we'll mostly, maybe entirely, will play with. But it's very fun. And yes, Biohazard, there are a ton of collectibles, and they're all pretty fun.
Of course, it isn't opened up in the beginning, but I'm thinking we will get to a point during this live stream where we can actually show off quite a lot of these. But it includes finding audio tapes, and in that case, you actually use your phone
To track,
and it's sort of what do we call it? It counts down. You know, you can see how many meters are to the audio tape, and then you have to figure out where the hell it's actually planted. There's also some where you get you get a picture of a secret agent, and then you have to walk around in an area and try to find that guy or girl.
Yeah.
There are the clever ones. I think is definitely the secret cameras that's in the game, where you actually get a view again on your mobile. You're getting a view of what the camera is looking at.
Yeah.
And then you have to sort of backtrack and
Figure
find
out,
where is this camera placed.
All of these collectibles feel dynamically and natural for the world, so it's
That's
a
true.
joy to play. And many of the games, I think, of the gameplay is just figuring out how to get these collectibles. And of course, what you all know if you've played Infamous before, the blast shards. A lot of them out there, they're fun to collect, and it helps you upgrade your powers through an upgrade tree.
Here's actually the scene I was looking at, you know, where I was really trying to look at the expressions on the characters because they're so well done.
I think it's dramatically, I think this is one of the best points in the game. Just the dynamic between the two brothers.
Oh yeah, they're pretty good. What's also pretty impressive, I think, the way the cutscenes and the gameplay actually blends quite seamlessly together.
Yeah.
It never feels odd or disconnected. And of course, as you can see, you've got the little marker once in a while on the screen telling you to use the touchpad to swipe up or down or anything like that, and that works fine.
Yeah, I didn't find that annoying. I mean, it's Sony likes that because there is touchpad. Why not use it? But it's not interrupting.
No, I started out hating it out of principle.
Yeah.
But it's really intuitive.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
And now my controller is shaking. I love the stencil art here.
That's something Sucker Punch has gone with all the time, even throughout the series history. It's been this comic booky, but it works really well. And to answer a question, a very avid question from Vulcan Gamer, as we've come, most of the side quests is looking out for these collectibles. There are different types of missions, as Lee has already explained, having the camera. They're looking for a secret camera, taking down secret agents, so that kind of stuff.
I mean, look at this. It looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it looks amazing. And Delsin has now acquired his first power and can't quite control it yet. He doesn't know.
And again, this is not a cutscene. It's
this
not
is gameplay.
This is gameplay. So
I think tremendous lighting here and particle effects.
yeah, as well as the
But we
field
also-
of depth.
And draw distance. Yeah, it's as you can see when you came up from the rock, and you can see the train riding in the background. Sort of, it's amazing how much detail you can get in from objects that are far away. You mustn't forget that this is both a game, but as it is with all launch titles, it's an important graphical showcase for what the PS4 can do. Same thing as with Killzone. And we can safely say that this is beautiful.
gotta get that thing off you. I gotta get you out! Okay, just...
Let's help the brother. You see, that would have been annoying if it didn't work, but it sort of just responds.
I can't stop it, man. I can't stop it. Reggie, I can't stop it, man. It's okay. You're okay. Just breathe. Breathe. You're right. You're right. I'm one of them, man. I'm one of them. No. No. You are my brother. All right? You are my brother. Okay.
I mean, the facial expressions here
Yeah.
are awesome. You can really see that he's shocked.
Yeah.
With me?
And if they hadn't used motion capture here, that scene wouldn't be nearly as powerful. But it is. I mean, and you'll get a couple of these during the story, which really sort of sucks you in.
I need you right now. Okay? All right? Come on. You good? Yeah. Let's go.
Okay, let's see.
Back to the fish cannery.
Promise me you won't use any of those tricks, okay?
Look at the reflections in the water, by the way.
Back there. If I hadn't, just promise me you won't.
I'm sorry we keep going on about the visuals so much, but it's
But
crash
it's,
darn pretty.
Yeah. It's also, I mean, if we just look at the gameplay, you can really feel that they have been spending a lot of hours on getting controls, perfect.
Yeah.
They feel good. Of course, there are still, times when you feel like, okay, I couldn't really see that I couldn't climb this part.
Yeah.
But it's so seldom that, I mean, compared to any other sandbox game, or for that matter, Uncharted,
Yeah.
it just feels better here.
Yeah. There's the occasional parkour stutter, but I think most of all, and as Infamous have done from the start, it controls beautifully. And the way you use your powers is really well designed.
Here's one of the new things we're getting. In case you are tired of climbing, you can actually see those pipes here. And you can sort of warp through these.
Oh yeah, I love that.
And later on, you can upgrade your powers, so actually they will shoot you out like a cannon.
Yeah.
Which is pretty awesome as well.
Wow, that should have hurt.
That should have hurt, yeah.
Betty, where are you, Betty?
And again, they're blending cutscenes together.
And gameplay
really
seamlessly.
smooth, yeah.
Yeah. There's you don't really see it, and it's like this during the entire game. So now
Now we've got the chain.
we get the chain.
Yeah, this will work. Don't want to spoil the surprise.
I think if you thought that the launch titles for the new systems were a bit subpar when they came out, this is gonna win you back over.
That's true. I mean, we were sitting here today comparing screenshots of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag with this, and it's really sad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not good.
And of course that was developed for both last generation and this generation of consoles. So it was a much tougher job for them, and they had to scale back a lot of stuff, I'm quite sure.
Indeed.
Where it really shows that this is made for this piece of hardware.
Indeed, yeah. So then again, we're back to the stencil art, which is beautiful. And it's nice because it's not that graphically demanding, so they could have gone with more cinematic, but I think this is more personal to the series.
And it connects nicely with the whole, he's walking
Superhero.
around tagging and
Yeah.
making graffiti and stuff.
Yeah.
doing graffiti.
It's more natural for Delson as a character. And just to explain a question we had earlier, there's no direct connection to Cole and the sort of the plot structure of Infamous 1 and 2. But what does happen at the end of it,
Yeah, okay.
gonna get to
But
that.
we should it's just we shouldn't spoil too much.
It's in the same
regards to
universe. We'll say that. It's in the same universe.
Just gotta be patient. Sooner or later, they'll screw up. They always do.
So what we learn about here is Hank.
Let's try not to talk too much about anything
No.
up till the neon powers, right?
Yeah.
So we don't spoil anything for
Yeah.
people who actually want to play. I can say in terms of people wondering how long the game is, I think Thomas spent about 10 hours on the main mission.
Yeah.
I've spent about 9 hours on the game, and I was like, I think I was 20% or a third through the game,
Yeah.
the main story, because I just keep screwing around because I love being in a sandbox when it's well made. So I'm in no hurry to actually complete the game. I just want to have fun. Oh well, we're going to do this.
So just to clarify, if you want to do everything, I think easily it could take you 30 hours to gather all the collectibles and stuff, but main missions is, as it typically is with these and as it was with Infamous 2, I believe it would take you about between 8 and 10 hours to get through like the story part of the game. But let's just say there are so many things to do that you'll easily get distracted during this.
Run for your life. And that's what I aim to do, even if I gotta go through you. I'm not going anywhere until you fix this. This ain't something that can be fixed. Then at least show me how to control it. Ain't got time. DUP's coming, and she knows I'm onto her plan.
To answer a question from Nike, we're playing it on normal, and after you complete it on normal, you can complete it on expert, which
And you can change the difficulty setting during
Yeah.
gameplay if
Yeah.
you feel like something is really too hard or too easy.
Folks here know about you, and she's got a way of making people
And
talk.
as I think I've heard rumors that expert difficulty is actually pretty tough. So that might take you a bit longer if you want to play it through a second time, because as it is a hallmark of the series, you're gonna have to play it through twice. Evil and good.
About any of this. Wait a minute, stop and talk about this.
Henry, I am so very disappointed in you.
Well,
Any wishes, by the way, from the readers? I mean, if you're planning to play through as good, would you prefer us to play as evil right now, or what?
Yeah,
Feel free to write down in chat which
Yeah.
side we should choose.
yeah.
Condors.
We're coming up on a decision. We need your help, evil or good. As you might have known with the series, it all comes down to this.
And again, it's that good way where you press L2 or R2,
Yeah.
and it shows you the consequences of what,
Yes.
or sort of the consequence of what you're choosing, and it's a brilliant way to do it.
Yeah,
Adds a bit to the suspense as well.
indeed. And as we talked about replayability earlier, you might want to, just to see what happens during both.
I'm currently playing through as a good guy.
Me too.
There are a few exceptions. There are some activists in the game, and well,
Yeah, you told me of this.
basically I kill these, and I get really annoyed by them. So I decided to kill them and screw my karma in that regard.
Yeah,
And the dialogue changes as well here, and I was actually once getting a phone call from my brother saying, "Hey, come
Don't
on,
sacrifice
why
the
did you
activists."
do that? And why did you kill those guys?" And he's going like, "Well, it was self-defense. They had like banners and pamphlets."
well, Delson is a funny guy, even when he's
He
murdering dozens of people.
But I mean, he acts like I think a lot of us would do if we suddenly got superpowers. He's going like, "Wow,
Yeah.
this is insane." Woohoo.
Yeah,
Just going to see if
and we're coming down on the evil side. Two
it
people-
seems we're going
Yeah.
to go for evil. There hasn't been one guy saying good yet, so
No, so I think
evil.
that's
Let's
what
be
we're
evil
gonna
for
do.
once. Let's have a little evil.
I'm
Evil.
guessing that's because the people want the good playthrough first for themselves, so they're gonna see.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I would actually prefer this as well, so
I would
get a
actually
chance
prefer
to
that
see
as
it.
well.
There's something that you're not telling me.
Let's see.
you can't do this, you crazy. I've got rights.
I have the legal authority to suspend those rights.
So this is also an introduction to the game's main antagonist, Brooke Augustine, head of the Department of Unified Protection. And as you can see now, she
She's not that nice.
no, and she worryingly enough is also a conduit. She has the power of concrete.
Maybe I know what
Oh, and now she puts concrete daggers in his legs.
Still nothing. Well, unless you
And
decide
again,
you do have something.
facial animations. I mean,
Chat with that nice old lady.
Yeah.
But you should know.
Looking
Again,
perfect,
a
yeah.
scene like this would fall apart if the detail in the faces aren't there. And look at the eyes as well.
Next, until I find someone who does.
So, Nike, to answer your question, we'll be touching upon the events in Infamous 2 and earlier protagonist Cole McGrath in a bit.
and here you can see you've got the options. And actually, when you do this, you ask to confirm it. So you get a chance to take a look at
Yeah.
what would you do. Turn yourself in, risking your freedom to protect Betty is the first step to becoming a hero.
Yeah. But we want to
Sacrificing
sacrifice the tribe.
We are putting others in danger to save yourself. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
So we're confirming that.
I actually feel bad about
Let's
this.
see.
I don't like this.
Ooh.
Then I have no further use for you. Hope you're not as stubborn as that one. Are you, Betty?
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm told that hurts.
Oh, you've got your karma symbol.
So now we have our new title, Thug, which I think is weird to call him
I
that,
like
but
my guardian title better.
yeah,
but,
I like, yeah. And we've earned a trophy as well. It's good.
GR Life has earned a trophy.
Yeah.
And actually, we have been talking about today. I have said that I may or may not hit you during the stream, and you've promised me that you may or may not talk about trophies today.
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
Yeah, I'm gonna try not to, but
That's,
you know.
and me too.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want to hit you. I mean,
Depends. Nick is present as well, and he begins bullying me with his trophy level, then I might.
he's not because
then I
you're
might
not
spiral out
even
of control.
mentioning
Yeah.
Nick today, and that's too late, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and here we can see, I mean, the environments here again. I mean, there's tons of details.
Yeah.
I know we're talking way too much about the graphical fidelity in this game, but I mean,
It is
It
what
just
it is. I
works.
mean, it comes out in the launch window of a new console. I mean, I think it's relevant to talk visuals, as that is the most major improvement.
here's another stoner. Oh,
Worst
Bam.
joke of the stream so far.
Yes.
So Indian Cobran says, I like trophies. Please feel free to talk about them.
oh yeah. It's a good thing he isn't like,
Yeah,
he
Yeah.
hasn't any say in this.
I'm not going to say
At all.
anything. I'm not going to say anything. So Delson has woken up from his little run-in with Brooke Augustine. And as you can see, she's had a run-in, Brooke Augustine, with several of the Akomish tribe people, including Betty. Oh, poor woman.
Glad to see you're out.
Guess Augustine wasn't bluffing, huh?
No one here was gonna turn you in to protect themselves. We're Komish.
I think we'll get to a few of the parts that we don't like as much in the game when
Yeah.
we actually get to the open world.
Yes.
In case any of you are wondering if it's only good, perfect, and amazing, because it isn't, but it's
No.
pretty close.
As with everything, there are flaws, things you like less than others. But I think that comes to show a bit later on when we get to the open world.
Yeah.
And we're still coming up through the sort of tutorial intro section of the game.
Do me a favor and
And again, even if this is part tutorial, I think it's about the first time in a long time in a game that I've actually enjoyed playing anything like that.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't feel like it. It's well done.
Yeah. So just to clarify, the reason Delsin does not have concrete in his body is that to sort of make the fast health regeneration a realistic part of the universe, being a conduit also allows you to be like Wolverine, that you sort of self-regenerate health and
Exactly.
repel things like
You're going to see a
bullets
bit
and-
about
yeah.
that in the
Yeah.
game
Yeah.
in a while. So
But of course, his fellow Akomish does not have that ability, so they still have the concrete in their bodies. And what we've just learned is they cannot be removed unless either Brooke Augustine removes them with her powers, or that Delsin steals them.
and there you go, your main mission.
That is the main mission.
He said the only way those shards are coming out is the exact same way they went in. What?
So we have the dynamic with the brother
That was
again,
Augustine
a
and her
main theme.
concrete power.
which will be through the entire narrative.
Yeah.
And again, I'm quite surprised how well written the story is, because
Yeah.
I wasn't really expecting to be caught up in this and think, hey, I like the story, but I'm really watching this as I would with a exciting TV series or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting there thinking, wow, I hope this works out.
Yeah, indeed. Well, I think it's safe to say that the Infamous series has had acceptable storylines, but has always been known for gameplay rather than story and universe. So it's nice to see that there is some form of context that makes the gameplay seem more fun.
Now
Yeah.
you've lost me. I'm a goddamn powder sponge. Remember?
Oh, while we're sitting here, we might as well give this cover away. So
Yeah.
if I really just think you should write iPhone in the chat if you've got an iPhone 5S,
Yeah.
and if you're interested in the cover, and I'll just pick a random winner and we'll send this off.
Yeah. The first piece of swag given out. But stay tuned, because we also have a copy of the game to give out. at some
And
point.
a Little Big Planet
And-
guy,
and a little
Sackboy
As
guy.
Lee has been very excited about, a Sackboy Delsin.
I really love that one, and of course we've got the normal Delsin as well to
Yeah.
give away.
There's a fair chance the town's gonna,
I'm sorry to keep drawing on about this, but look at the detail
Yeah.
in their faces. I
We're
mean,
going to sit here and
Oh,
Sony are going
no.
like they're clapping their little hands, you know,
Yeah,
going
yeah,
like,
yeah. Oh.
wow, these two guys, you
Yeah.
know,
This
they
is-
love it.
this is pretty.
We should send them some more swag.
Yeah.
Oh, and yeah, please do.
Yeah, Sucker Punch, if you're watching, we're accepting all kinds of gifts, of course.
Yeah. And since we already have done the reviews, we are accepting bribes as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
bribes, yeah.
yeah.
For your next game, maybe
in-
you want to
no,
decide on the
just
score.
in retrospect, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
I could easily take some.
Don't say for your next game. Now we're going to be branded. A Gamereactor accepts bribes
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the next game. And
Yeah.
here we're getting some neon powers. Or at least, well, not neon powers, but the neon look.
Yeah, the look of the neon. So as you might see from this scenery, everything is not well in Seattle.
It's definitely not.
would you look at this? Look, you know,
Look at the lighting.
Thoughts. Are you kidding me? This is amazing. This is destruction.
I was running a bit back and forth here to see if his feet actually did something in the water, and it does when he's running, it does a bit, but other than that, it's not a
No.
lot.
But look at the drops. Whew. So now we have... So now you're gonna get introduced to the core relay, as you might have known from earlier games. This is the main thing you get upgraded by.
Yeah, this is where you actually work on your
And you won't be able to
karma
hear
powers.
this, but there's some sound coming from...
Just like when you're connecting stuff in neck,
Yeah, indeed.
it goes.
Yeah. all of the and the speaker narrator in Resogun speaks through the controller as well.
Up a new trick.
And these guys are drones, and
New.
they are all over the place. And,
Yeah.
and they sort of take the job as the orbs in Crackdown.
Yeah.
You just want to hunt them all,
Yeah.
and sometimes they're placed in crazy places, and other times they're just moving around like this and are really hard to shoot.
Yeah.
But it makes it a lot of fun, and I've spent hours doing that. Whenever I see, at a later point, you get to see where they are on the map, and I've spent hours, chasing
Yeah.
these. Even if I don't need the shards at the moment,
No,
I'm
no.
just going like, hey, I need them.
But that's the thing about well-designed collectibles. You just you feel like doing it, and it's, as you said, they're placed in the weirdest places. But once you get to see them on your minimap, you sort of feel a need to go there. And yes, it does upgrade. Yeah, sure.
For God's sake, don't touch anything. I'm gonna touch everything.
Lasse, could you take a note? And Earthworm Jim, just the name, Earthworm Jim.
Yeah, that's
He's
nice.
getting the iPhone 5S cover. So congratulations to you, Earthworm. And that's this one.
Congratulations for that.
And let's get back to collecting the blast shards, and you do that by pressing
The touchpad.
the touchpad.
Button.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, touchpad button.
Yeah, there's
thingy.
there's more there, yeah. So it's just going for it.
Oh yeah, I'm out of energy, and that's where you need for this particular power. You need to drain smoke. I really like that mechanic,
yeah.
and you start looking when you're jumping around in the city. You start looking for all these smoke pipes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But also later on you get missiles that you shoot, and they really drain your
Yeah.
power. But you can end up sort of chaining them, blowing a car away, and then let's just shoot that. Blowing a car away, and then taking the smoke from that car,
yeah.
and then you're loaded again. And of course, you can use the shards to actually change how much energy is consumed whenever you're doing some of your shooting and stuff like that. And I think it's easy to say that you could get up to shooting about 100 shots or something like that
Yeah.
before needing to recharge. So it's not something that feels like, oh wow, I can only shoot twice and then I have to recharge. Not if you spec for it anyways.
I
Let's
mean,
see, we've got one more shot. Where is that? It's here.
I think it's safe to say that if you have an appetite for destruction, smoke will come naturally wherever you go. If you like destroying cars, there will obviously be a lot of smoke everywhere. So it will be as abundant a resource as electricity was.
And if you run out of it, you can basically just stand there and hit a car until it starts smoking, and then you can suck it up as well.
Yeah.
So you've got plenty of options for that.
Trying to convince him to just abandon the bus. I don't want to leave all the medical supplies.
Oh,
Just tell him to hold on. I'll get the bus unstuck.
Nelson, I know what you're
we're
thinking,
choosing.
and don't.
Dude, I just took out a fleet of quad.
Where is he?
I think I can dig out a bus.
Here we go.
Oh, okay. It seems actually Earthworm Jim left the chat. So hey, Sub is getting the cover
Yeah,
instead.
SUBB. Congratulations. Now
Congrats
you're
to you.
getting it.
And if he's watching the replay Earthworm Jim, he's just going to go like,
Oh,
"Duh,
yeah.
why?"
Sorry.
Okay, now we are here. It's gonna take forever.
Press options to
Now
go to the
it's
power
time
upgrade.
to upgrade.
This
And
is
here
the
you've
power
got-
upgrade screen, which will of course grow as Delson's power grows.
And what we need here is it the smoke shot we need now? Or Cinder
it's the
Blast?
Cinder Blast.
Cinder Blast.
Cool power.
And here you can see, as it says, the next upgrade uses 25% less smoke energy, and that requires Karma level 2. So you need to grind both for shards and Karma.
And Karma, yeah. There's 5 Karma levels, which have sort of spread out. So the more powerful you get, you have to delve into the Karma system even more.
In case you, let's see, we haven't gotten that much here, that much info at the moment. But we could take a look. You can just see quickly what you can do here. And it's quite easy. We're going to save the game as well. I always do that whenever I look at the options
Indeed,
screen.
yeah.
I'm
We might, yeah.
But of course, you've got all the usual stuff: save game, new game, load game, and so far I think I've got 7 or 8 save games, so there's no limit on that. It seems. And of course, you can set the
switch the difficulty on the fly.
Change everything, brightness, etc. So that's it. Well, back to getting this boss on track.
So now you can use your new attack, which is awesome. Which is
I'm going to shoot over my shoulder because I'm. Whoa.
That's something you can do, yeah. Comparable to the shockwave that Cole had in Infamous 1 and 2.
Oh, let's see. And the boss shoot. Yeah.
So now his brother's gonna drive.
Lost you. Must have hit the mute button.
Fire away. I need to get closer, maybe.
Do we have any cars? We might be able to demonstrate that. We can get it to smoke, yeah.
You see, that's neat.
It is indeed.
You see, that's why smoke is a very creative ability to have.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go.
The rest of the way is clear. We ride this baby straight into Seattle.
And yes, Klimtrifius, Delsin's psych profile will evolve as he chooses between different things. Then his biography will change, and you'll be able to read about it on that screen. So now is quite a touching scene, actually. This. Sort of sets up the public's relationship with these conduits / bioterrorists.
Super thingy to clear the way. And they're afraid of you. What? I told you, man. Bioterrorists aren't especially popular.
So what am I, like Rosa Parks, and they want me to sit on the back of the bus?
No, they want you to sit outside the bus.
Yeah, so we're not even close to apartheid here. We're just, it's not behind the bus, it's outside the bus.
Yeah.
So,
but there is definitely some sort of apartheid sort of historical vibes from this. That they're sort of being minoritized.
and also, there's a clear nod to current fights against terrorists and stuff like that. I mean, everything is labeled a terrorist, and then they can just,
do anything they want, yeah. So to answer a question from Ears about DLC for the game, there is no confirmed DLC, but it has been confirmed that at launch there will be a patch which will add about 5 hours of gameplay, which is called Paper Trail. 19 side missions will unlock. We haven't gotten to that yet, so we'll see. We don't have any specifics on it, I think, apart from that it's 19 side missions, which amounts to about 5 hours. But I could imagine if Infamous 1 and 2 is anything to go by, that there will be some type of DLC. What that would be, we don't know yet.
It has been prepared for DLC as well, so they definitely got that in plans.
Indeed, yeah. So what we can see here...
Again, amazing use of I mean, this looks just so
a bit,
otherworldly.
It's a throwback, I think, to some retro 8-bit art, which I think is really clever, and sort of remembering its roots.
The DUP. Clearing the bridge.
So now we're getting to...
What's going on? Hello?
So there's
and
not
here's
long.
another superpower revealed,
Yeah.
you could say. Pretty cool scene as well.
Yeah.
I like his reactions to everything. He's trying, you can see he's trying to be a good guy, but no. But
This fast healing stuff is gonna come in real handy.
So as you can see, the fast healing stuff, also the reason why he doesn't have concrete in his body right now. So as you might have noticed, if you've played earlier Infamous games, is that this takes sort of, despite the story, Delsin is a more light-hearted protagonist. Just being, I think, more realistically,
He's
just
at least
thrilled.
he's a more sarcastic.
Yeah. He's thrilled that he has powers and wants to have fun with them. And I mean, he's a young man, so why wouldn't he? I mean, he has all the power in the world. He feels like a superhuman, so...
I'll give up, don't hurt me. Oh, we are gonna hurt you.
And yes, Biohazard, with a pre-order of the game, there is the Cole DLC. We don't know. I don't personally know anything about that yet. I think it's great we're going down the evil path. So we're also coming up to almost the end of the tutorial intro.
Oh, this is gonna suck.
I love this, by the way.
Yes.
That is so awesome.
What the?
And again, it feels like they almost had a checklist
Answer
with
me!
graphical stuff they needed to show
There's
off.
smoke. Yeah, there's
My
now there's a bridge falling apart.
this. What is this bridge? It's not good to keep things bottled
Oh,
up.
there's smoke there from the car. Cutscene.
I'm coming, Reg.
So yeah, going back to drain some energy, I guess.
Yeah.
So what we might be able
Do
to
that.
see in the distance is
I'm wondering why I can't shoot this car. So some
Hit it
of
with the
these
chain?
are...
Chain?
yeah, but I actually think some of these are
Ah.
fake because they're kind of part of the scenery here because it's,
yeah.
it's a pretty linear part of the game, this. But it doesn't make it less amazing to look at. Let's see. It's probably... yeah.
Yeah. They're not really objects. But here we have something that you can use, which is the core relay to your right.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Time for a new power.
Half blind right now. Yes. Go.
Sound from the controller. Nice. Yeah, this is an ability.
Shot.
Jump. If you stand on a car and jump, you'll automatically pull all the smoke from the engine and jump higher, which is sort of empower your jump, as we can see here.
Okay, Cosmos, keep them coming.
Yeah.
Oh, almost.
Really?
Yeah. I love that.
It looks
Okay.
great and fun. You can see some of the cars moving and the bridge starting to collapse. I mean,
Yeah.
that looks, again, amazing. It reminds me of the first time I played Infamous and remember seeing a similar scene where I was going like, wow, is that... I mean, can you really do that now?
Yeah, yeah.
It looks amazing.
And yes, Biohazard, without spoiling too much, there are a couple of boss battles in the game, as there have been in
There are.
previous Infamous games. And from my experience, they are pretty creative and not as sort of generic and time-consuming as you might think.
Yeah.
Let me say that. So now we are gaining like one of the core Infamous mechanics, the glide.
And now you can hear my controller.
That's not one of our phones, by the way.
That's...
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, we're gonna get it
Yeah.
again.
Kind of a bad time, Betty.
Does that sound familiar?
I love how she's calling him once in a while, you know.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
He's pretending everything is fine and
Yeah, I'm
dandy.
fine.
You know,
Yeah,
it's like,
Betty. Come on.
Really gotta go,
might
Betty.
take a look at the gift shop later. You know?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Betty will call you once in a while just to check in. Then Delsin has his usual sarcastic. You see, his arm will always place towards the smoke. He doesn't just suck up the smoke. He sort of.
This is actually one thing. I'm not quite sure why, but I hate jumping on top of the cars. It simply feels too slippery.
Oh, right, yeah.
I've quite often jumped to the opposite side of the car and then go like, damn, okay,
Yeah,
and I'll
yeah,
jump
yeah.
back and I'll jump to the other side again, and it's like,
Yeah.
but it's a minor nickel. This I like. This
Oh, yeah.
looks insane.
What they could have done here is just do it as Just Cause 2 and maybe stick to the cars like glue. I mean, it's annoying, but it might solve. Now you can use the smoke dash in the air, which sort of is the main, sort of, you see the camera twisting a little bit? Yeah, I like that. Ooh. So Lee, we're being asked if you think the story is interesting in your opinion. What's
I
your,
do,
What's
very
your
much.
thoughts? Yeah. I think so too. I believe that, you know, if you can sort of get over that Delsin is not a worse protagonist than Cole was, he's just different. I mean, bit more lighthearted and acts a bit more realistically, as we've touched upon earlier. He's sort of a young, he's sort of his kid. He's not an adult really. He just loves his powers and likes that it makes him special. And then, of course, is that you can sort of take Delsin where you want him to go. More of this sort of careless type stuff, or do we want him to become a hero and become sort of aware of his actions and his responsibility?
I think a lot of people are going to look at him like irresponsible brat in the beginning, but I really think he's much closer to what a lot of us
would do,
or how we would actually react.
Yeah. Whereas I think Cole McGrath had a tendency to become this archetype, not really relatable. So, and the story does sort of take this into account. So yes, it becomes very interesting in my opinion. And
there are some quite amazing characters we're introduced to later on that are really something special.
Indeed. And I think you can hear Uncle Tertzer that we are very excited about this game, and we do think that it deserves the hype that it's gotten. So far, at least. So now we're going to have to save the brother. Oh. But it does make March a rather fun month, because Xbox has Titanfall and now PlayStation has Infamous. Now we have these heavyweight exclusive titles.
Most of, or a lot of the Nordic countries. I mean, unless we're going to import the Xbox One.
Yeah.
It's September for Xbox One.
Yeah, that's a long delay.
That's
it's
really
nearly a year.
I mean, if it's due to translation issues, they really should, you know, fire that translator.
Yeah, indeed. And maybe accept that we could have easily had an English-speaking console. Of course we could.
And they could update it with a firmware or something like
maybe,
that later.
But
speaking of, actually, did you see the firmware update that's coming for PS4?
No.
You're getting, finally you can actually put your pictures on a USB stick.
Oh.
And, well, I mean, that's something I've really wanted.
Yeah.
You know, having to post it on Facebook or Twitter or whatever social crap they're using it, I mean, it's just annoying. So I think that's a nice feature. And they're also changing a lot of the codecs and stuff for video, so you can actually use it on YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah, to playback stuff, It's amazing that wasn't there to begin with, though.
Yeah, but probably maybe it was a sponsored deal from Twitch or something like Facebook, you know. and it's fine, as long as they're getting it fixed now. Oh, I forgot. We're supposed to... Oh, yeah, we're going to enter
so now we're,
Seattle.
As you can see with the amazing draw distance, you can sort of see some of Seattle in all its rainful glory.
And you should probably mention here that, I mean, it's a foggy day and it's raining, and that's why the draw distance is this bad.
Yeah.
You're going to see it later on when the sun shines and everything.
Yeah,
it's actually, you can see
the entire
really
map.
far.
Almost,
It's crazy.
Yeah. And
especially considering that it's actually running smoothly.
Yeah.
Well, and we are suddenly back to talking graphics again. I mean, but it's good. I've kind of missed that. I've missed it about this generation of consoles, PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah.
That whatever game I saw has been like, yeah, it looks like a medium PC.
Yeah.
And finally, we've got an exclusive title that actually looks like. Well, you're sitting there going like, wow, we couldn't do that on the PS3.
Indeed, yeah. And this is, I think, is one of the only titles. Now, I reviewed Killzone Shadowfall and think that is in the line there, but I think Infamous and Killzone and maybe Metal Gear Solid is the only three titles that truly pushed the boundaries of what couldn't be done earlier on. with world building and character animations and lighting and particle effects and all.
Here we're
these
getting
things.
to, well, if we're going to mention a bit about the bad stuff, I think there's a lot of variety in actually the different characters walking around on the streets. But you've still got that, the typical clone issues. You can see they've got, they've programmed maybe 10 or 20 moves into a character. And I've had a couple of times where they were, you know, two people sitting next to each other, sitting on a bench doing the same stuff almost, like they're dancing together. And of course that looks a bit stupid, but it's really nitpicking. In general, you will be surprised at how alive the different characters feel.
Yeah.
But again, you can see here, if you look, I'm quite sure these two guys look awfully similar to...
There are clones.
That guy over there.
Yeah.
But again, when you're playing, you don't notice it.
Don't expect like GTA 5 style of behavior, but then again, I really think that when Infamous, as it is a
You
superhero...
don't think so?
No, I don't...
Well, that just shows how different it is, because I've never been too fond of that game, actually.
No.
Yeah, you can hate on me in the chat now.
Please do. Yeah. But then again, Infamous is a much faster moving game than GTA, so the cloning and the same behavior in the AI characters, you really don't notice it, I think.
We were talking about that. It's a perfect time to say it's a much more fast moving game,
yeah,
and then we have to stand in line and wait.
Yeah. This is the only point in Infamous Second Son where you really have to just stand back and watch something happen.
And here we have probably the most stupid use of the touchpad, but it's okay. Come on, it's fun. But and I need to move my finger now on the touchpad to actually, you know, do a finger scan. Woo!
It's not as distracting as you might think. It's okay, but
it happens, you know, and it doesn't happen often. So, well, and the functions, and you can hear the joypad again going.
Yep. Prime conduit detected.
The stuff that you have to do often is well thought out. That's good. Stuff like this where you have to do it once, it's just, you know, a funny distraction.
So now the brother has taken up combat against the DUP forces, and so shall we.
And now I don't have to think about being a good guy. So
that's amazing.
Much easier.
I see him! Remember, the civilians are innocent!
You can incinerate them when they're down.
Yeah, I think I did that.
So, by the way, if you move back and fire a cinder blast at the walkway on top of you, above you, just shows a bit of destruction.
Oh yeah, that's true. Let's do that.
Just hold the R2,
It's not a good time to be doing that right now. I'll just stand here, regenerate a bit, and then we're back.
You need to be right below it because it's
but then I think it's better to wait till we get the missiles,
of course,
because that actually works a lot. But I'm just going to recharge my powers here.
Just hit it with the chain.
Woohoo!
There we go. Bit more juice. Oh no, you're not gonna, no. Fire at will.
I'm going to go up there. Damn you, sucker. Okay, and there's the destruction we wanted.
There's your destruction.
And they all died. And I think that's one of the things I actually like once in a while as well. You know, just make a building fall on these guys and see them get squashed.
In Infamous 2, there was a bit of it with the porches that were destructible, but here there's a lot of destructible environments. So if you come up below, if you do it maybe a bit closer.
Yeah, it's probably the range that's something.
There you go. And he's down.
That hurts.
And out.
Where's everybody going?
And here you've got some of your first objectives, or well, side missions if you want to. We'll see down here at the checkpoint. Actually,
Oh
we
yeah.
didn't do these back then, so we can just jump down there, show it.
So you can release, free
So
the
you can-
suspected. So
Yeah.
now you get good karma.
Oh no!
You have to destroy it if.
Yeah, but we're shooting them. Just, you know.
Yeah, just to get the evil. Just fire it. Do a cinder blast. Yes.
Keep forgetting that I'm supposed to be super evil. We're getting shots from the hand scanners, aren't we?
Yep. There you go. It uses a blast jar to do the recognizing of prime conduits. Fire at will.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I was using the touchpad, which makes no sense right
No,
here.
but you can use touchpad now. There we go.
And let's get back on track again.
So should we upgrade some powers before you get back in there?
Yeah. Let's take a look.
Here we
see.
go.
Smoke shot.
That's the thing you use the most, right? So maybe
Yeah.
it's better to upgrade that. And maybe the Cinder Blast, give that one. Oh,
Karma 2. We
Yeah.
haven't been evil enough, actually.
there's
Let's get more capacity so we
Yes.
can shoot a bit more. And that's, I mean, if you upgrade this to a full 100%, I mean, you are never really running out of smoke.
you're being told to sit up straight.
Yeah, I know. Actually, I've got I've got 6 different things wrong with my back, and this is how I'm supposed to sit unless I
Oh.
want to get fucked up totally.
Yeah.
So
We'll need a beat
yeah.
there.
So I know that everybody think I should sit like this, but if you want to see me die,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
in pain here,
We
well,
might get more viewers then.
So that's why I'm normally very happy about our other chairs, because they actually work. I can almost lie down.
So now
Hey, what the hell, man?
we're coming up on,
Protecting them
they're
from
shooting at the innocents, so
Oh shit!
fire at the tower, it will fall.
Yeah, but we can get up there as well.
Well, gouge out their eyes and slice off their ears.
Ah!
Show my GPS. Not far from one of their mobile command centers. You can shut that down.
There we go.
Their ability to track
See a bit of a showcase here.
Mobile command center. Got it. So what exactly is one
Yes,
of those look?
interface, as you can see in the top left corner. There is the dualistic sort of avian icon with the 2 birds. The blue representing good and the red representing evil. As you gain more karma levels, either the red bird will sort of win or the blue bird will win. And there's a meter
It will
below
change
it.
the
Yeah.
look of it, appearance of it as
Yeah.
well. You can see on the map here there's yellow camera because now it can't really see me anymore. But of course that's also some of the side objectives. Where is it? I can't really see it. Ah, there.
Oh,
there
there's
it
a
is.
camera there, yeah. Ha! So as you can see here, in the just above the minimap in the bottom right corner, is that each area of the map is DUP controlled 100% when you enter it. But by doing side quests and by destroying DUP equipment, you will lower that percentage. That means that you can slowly take over an area and push the DUP out.
And then when you've gotten to a certain level of this, you sort of can provoke a showdown.
Yeah.
Where you're getting kind of a mini boss fight as well.
Yeah. So now you're just looking at shops.
Yeah. We are just window
Warning.
shopping. Okay.
Let's go back there and crush them. This is a hard fight.
What do you say we keep this at sea level?
Yep. Wasn't there one here? Oh, he's down there.
Fire!
Later on, you get if you're good and want to earn good karma, you can actually get a smoke bomb that makes them cough, and then you can just neutralize them instead of killing them.
Yeah, that's mainly what I do.
Yeah,
And
same.
I think we're being asked about the quality of the camera, especially in small areas. But while
I think I've had maybe 2 or 3 times where I thought,
Yeah.
well, I can try now and not to adjust the camera at all, and we can just fight. You can see here, I can execute or subdue him. And oh well, yeah, we have some enemies left. I'm not going to touch the camera now, and I think you can judge for yourself how well you think it works.
I think it adjusts itself pretty fine, and it flows steadily with Delson as he moves around the environments. And really what you must take into consideration is that bad cameras usually reveal themselves in tight areas, but there really isn't many tight areas in Infamous Second Son, as it mostly takes place outside, not inside.
But then again, there are some alleys and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, indeed.
But I've never had any real issues with the camera, to be honest. And as you can see here, even now I'm trying to provoke it a bit.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it fails.
Maybe suck some smoke in.
Oh yeah, of course.
And Beta Panda will be live streaming for 50 minutes till 6 o'clock.
And you can see I still haven't touched the camera since we were asked about how it works.
Yeah.
And I think it hasn't really shown any signs of being super duper annoying. Let's see if we can get over there.
So it's possible to upgrade the amount of glide you can have, and also a double air dash, so you can use the dash twice during a glide, which is pretty neat.
Still, you can see I'm not changing the camera, so I think it works. Again, it works very well. Say, whoa, you're running.
Oh, he's running away, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the soldiers will act dynamically to, if Delson seems to be too much of a threat, they will either surrender or try to get away. And it's up to Delson then whether or not to spare them. And as we might have seen with Lee, he's not going to.
And this is sort of how you take bases down.
Yeah, with the mobile command unit. Yeah,
command,
like that.
yeah.
Slowly destroying it. Oh yeah.
And I'm, I see that drone and I'm going like, I forget everything else. And that's why it takes me so long, to play the game. Because like, it has a drone and I will chase it for half an hour if I need to.
And to answer a question from Carl the Man, no, the weather in Seattle is not always bad because of its geographical position.
Yeah,
it's going to be rain a lot of the time, but sometimes when the sun comes out, it reveals sort of the environment in a different light, in a different way, and it does look very, very pretty.
Also, the whole night and day cycle, if you can call it that. I mean, they are having certain scenes that are taking part at night.
At night.
And when you get there, it's quite obvious why.
Yeah, because they can show off lighting.
It looks drooling.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, this is one of the bad guys. I think I will stand in cover here and leave the game to you for a short while.
Yeah,
and
thank
I'll
you.
be right
So
back.
let's see. So I'm going to start by getting my ass handed to me.
Oh yeah. Oh, and I need my mic.
So what I'm doing right now, we've taken down the mobile command unit and one of the tougher enemies have arrived. There are a variety of these in the game which will reveal themselves as it was in earlier Infamous games. One which is heavy on the minigun, one which is heavy on more power, these kinds of things. And there's different tactics with each of them. For example, with this, it is just keep running, as I'm doing. But I'm still getting my ass handed to me. We'll see about that. Your fast healing power is failing. Run away. Yeah, I will. So I think, yeah, what he's doing here is shielding himself while he generates HP, and I'm not going to let him. And so he's executed. And the rest of the enemies will now give in. I'm, of course, sticking to the evil. We got a call.
Hey, Delson, I just realized all the DUPs have
I'm just
concrete
gonna
powers, right?
drain the shards. As Lee has mentioned earlier, this becomes sort of an affliction that you have to get all of the shards around. We're gonna upgrade some of our stuff. So now we're going to try and drain his powers here to see if we can get some concrete powers. However, I think Delson will be disappointed, sadly.
Did it work?
No time to check, man. I got dupes coming at me from every direction.
Get the hell out of there.
Yeah, great advice.
So what we've done here is we get district rewards for every time we've destroyed a mobile command center. There's one of these for each of the city's districts, which you'll be able to destroy at will. As we've touched upon earlier, the entire city is open to you now that we have completed sort of the intro tutorial segment of the game, and we can now fly around freely. So what I'm thinking we're going to do is maybe showcase a bit of the side content, which you'll be able to do apart from the main story. As you can see here, the parkour system works just as well as it did in previous Infamous games.
Fight the ultra mega bioterrorist of all time with less powers.
Look, I didn't say that.
Well, guess I shouldn't put it off then. Better go straight on to Augustine now and get it over with. Not sure what's gonna happen.
So you nuked him.
Yeah, I got him. It was easy enough. Staying on the move and all that. I'm gonna take down one of the
drones?
Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
So we're being told from the brother that we need to find core relays in order to unlock new smoke powers to make Delson more powerful. And so we will do that until we can show off some side content. Ooh! Close one. So there's a core relay right around here.
Reg, man, you should see this place. It's completely deserted. No ferries going in or out. Or
Same thing at the airport and train station.
I think the DUP does this to every town they get called to.
Apparently, that's what they say.
Why would people even put up with that?
Because when it comes down to it, most folks aren't willing to trade life for liberty or the pursuit of happiness.
That can't be it.
Here we go with the core relay. I'm gonna blow that apart, get punished by it, and then time for a new ability. Here we go. Yeah, as Lee has mentioned earlier, this is the cough grenade. As you might have known from previous Infamous games, there was an electricity grenade, but here it makes enemies cough in order for us to swoop in and make them squeal. This will prompt them to cough, and you can either subdue them or execute them.
I just want to say something. People have asked about the meter in the corner. They couldn't see that, so maybe you could explain.
Oh,
how
okay.
Oh, yeah.
It was hidden for people watching.
Oh yeah, thanks, Nick. The meter in the corner is, from old Infamous games, is the amount of power available to you before you need to suck in new smoke and be able to
And that's
continue.
the one you can upgrade, so
Yeah.
it basically eats close to nothing whenever you're doing stuff. You can see, I mean, even if you fire now and fly, you can see it hardly consumes anything right now. Of course, you've got the more heavy powers that will suck away, and you'll also get, later on, you'll get kind of missiles.
Yeah.
And you can upgrade that, so you can have, I think, 4 or 5 of these at the same time.
Yeah.
That's sort of your bazooka ammunition that you can use to blow away cars and stuff like that.
Yeah. And the way it works with the different powers that Delson ultimately will unlock is that you suck like different sort of resources in order to gain new. In this case, you just have to search for chimneys and blow up cars in order to suck smoke, and then the meter will fill.
And speaking of these maps and stuff like that, I mean, if you're looking at the map now and think it looks oddly empty, that's true. I mean, you need to complete a tiny bit more of the game. I think about half an hour or so.
Yeah.
And then it will open up with side quests like you have to find hidden cameras. Of course, you have to chase. I was going to call them orbs, but it's drones. You've got games where you need to look in the crowd and find a certain guy or girl and beat him or her. And you've got all sorts of mini games in there.
Yeah, a lot to do. In
Yes.
other words, so now
Lots
we're
of
unlocking.
diversions.
Yeah, a lot of another ability here. One that Lee's been talked about extensively is the smoke missile. You'll have a limited amount of these. Look at the lighting, of course, in the dark corner. You see? And now I'm gonna fire. Boom.
It freaking worked!
I think we are going to, let's see. I just want to hear your opinion about Delsin, really, and just write, what do you think? Do you prefer Cole or do you prefer Delsin, and why? I'm going to just read a bit in the chat, and we're going to pick 2 winners. One of them will get that super cute Sackboy Delsin, and the other one will get the Delsin with a chain.
Hello. Lee, stop that.
Hey, come on! And I'm not a child, and I don't have like tons of Lego at home or anything like that. I mean, that would be too nerdy.
Preposterous.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
So let's hear it in the chat. Who do you prefer so far, Delsin, Cole, or anything else? What do you think about these 2 characters? Do you enjoy Delsin so far? Do you think he's an annoying brat, or do you think he's actually funny and well designed?
Yeah, we'd love to hear your thoughts on that. So please do, and you might be able to win. So now we're coming up on one of the dynamic stuff. This is a gang. It's a drugs gang. And over there is some drugs.
And another side mission.
Yeah. Do I want to take them down? Maybe. But look at this. You see? First they're threatening me, asking me to go away. But of course I'm not going to. So I'm going to start firing. Boom.
I've got to do.
So that was a drug bust. These will just happen dynamically when you traverse the world.
So Rens 3000, why do you like Cole more than Delsin? We're just curious.
Yeah, we
I mean, I can see Branko is writing. Cole was just like, I can do that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Indian says, I think Delsin is cooler than Cole.
Yeah.
Simtrufius, I like Delsin, but Cole was somehow a better main character. Also, Delsin might be easier to relate to. I still find him somehow annoying. I think he's designed so you will find him annoying, but without saying too much, of course he will grow on you.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Let's just keep it at that. I don't want to spoil anything.
No. I think overall he's more relatable. And he's meant to be more relatable.
Yeah. Newfell is saying Cole so far, but it's different because they are so different. And that's true. Nick, of course Nick is going Cole beats Delsin for sure. I mean, it's too late to say we're just going to ignore that because I didn't. Damn it. And that's the Hulk smash move.
Yeah.
Very effective also, by the way.
Yeah, the comet drop. Very effective when you have the drop on an unsuspecting patrol.
Cole felt more like a robot than Delsin, who actually seems more humanist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he does. He acts like that's what we've been saying as well.
Yeah.
I think actually Delsin is much closer to how I would react if I got superpowers like this.
Confused,
I'd be like, holy
happy,
shit!
Yeah.
Oh god damn it! What's happening? Woohoo! This is awesome.
So we've completed.
Here you can see actually in the stealth art again. You can see if we've been neutral or good or bad. By the coloring of the different characters here.
Yeah.
That's a clever way to do it. You get a quick overview and you actually get a view of how many people you have heard or not.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
So
It's also
here we
awesome.
are. This
And
is
it's
Seattle.
daylight and good weather.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So,
Well,
and here
daylight,
we
but
have
yeah.
something that Lee has familiar with. These are protesting against
Yeah.
bioterrorists. So,
And
just to
these
stick in
are
tune
the
with
ones
the times,
I end
there
up,
we
you know,
go.
kill even if I'm playing as a good guy. Because I'm quite sure the government is paying these guys to spread false stuff and,
Yeah.
and put hate on these conduits.
So we might want to check out maybe some of the side mission content that you would get to just to showcase that. So for starters,
It
here,
seems like most people, I mean, sorry for saying, but
course.
Mass 1606 is saying Delsin has a soul. I didn't feel with Cole, I like him. Martin is saying Delsin is coolest. I think it's cool that, and G is saying, I think it's cool that the main character is so amazed by his new powers. So would I, lol. Yes, definitely. Great balls of steel.
all right.
Delsin seems to be more cool than human is, again. So yeah.
Yeah, I think I would go with the one with the soul. I think that is very accurate.
It is. And that, I think, actually, let's see. Yeah, let's go for, we're going for Mass 1606 and G. And Mass, you are, well, I think you can actually pick which one of these two guys you want. You just write in the chat if you want Sackboy or you want Delsin, and you'll get that, and G will get the other one.
Cool. Congratulations. So we're being told to clear the area of enemies. Should we go for story content or side mission content?
Have we got any side missions? Yeah,
we're gonna have to clear that base over there, which is a tough one if we want to do this.
Yeah,
secret
no.
missions.
Should we just move a little bit further into the story, because we haven't spoiled that much actually.
No,
and
we have a bit to go
pretty
on.
good,
Yeah. So Delsin has just arrived in Seattle and he's looking for more powers to steal.
I think at the moment we're probably 7 or 8% through the story,
Through the
if
story,
even.
Yeah, if even. So we're gonna keep moving through the story content. There is a mission over here, which I believe will take us to the top of the Space Needle. Yes.
The needle's tricked out with all kinds of electrical crap and what looks
So
like
And
that's
the
what we're gonna
GRTV,
do.
you're keeping track of these two guys. Cool.
So the main mission here is to disrupt some of the DUP's.
That one, I mean, is that, are we, no, we're not at the Seattle Tower yet.
We're climbing the Space Needle.
Oh yeah, of course. That is one part I really enjoyed this.
Yeah.
and
it's, I think the climbing is pretty effortless, so I think it's
and you
cool.
still got a bit of old school platforming here. You have to sort of figure out where to jump and what to do, and I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I think way too many of these kind of games have gotten so easy with him just grabbing and sticking to everything, you know. You hardly have to think about anything. But here you actually have to time a bit of it.
Yeah,
and I really enjoyed that part.
It's old school platforming at its best, and I like that. So I'm gonna have to see the camera twist. I love those.
Yeah, and just look. I mean, try and take a view here. Just look at the city below you.
Yeah.
And of course we've got.
And
you
now.
can hear your controller.
Yep. Now Betty's calling to check in.
Sorry, Betty,
You know, just to check in how Delsin is.
actually at the moment I'm kind of climbing up the outside of the space.
And he's
needle.
climbing the Space Needle.
And this feels like the agency tower in Crackdown. If you played that,
I did.
Aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
So now we're at the almost at the roof, and now we're gonna face some DUP troops. So there we go.
Oh, well, onward and upward.
Going. You're almost to the top.
Yeah, I'm executing left and right. Here we go.
So Mass picked Delsin, and that's perfect because G won the Sackboy. So
Oh, so perfect.
Everybody's
Congratulations
happy.
with those. So we've reached the top of the Space Needle,
That
and
holds it all together. the hell?
It's not going to be as easy, Dilson.
Haven't seen you before. Reg,
And here we have, well, this is not, it's kind of a boss fight, but
Yeah.
it's not, you know, a huge one. There are definitely
yeah, there's this,
some more
anchor.
bossy ones.
Looks like it's holding
Yeah.
the
In here.
antennas in place.
Oh, I'm missing.
And here you can see he's got the missiles now. He's got 2 of those.
Yeah, I'm gonna
and,
use that.
and those are
There
the
we go.
hard-hitting suckers.
Oh, might
Execute.
kick you while you're down.
Kicking and screaming. You earned the trophy. Hey, I mentioned trophies now. You're good to go.
I'm gonna have to
you
hit
can
you.
go nuts now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hit you now. Sorry. Whoops. So this guy takes melee stuff. I'm gonna get you back and execute you. So I think no, I haven't cleared this area at all. Now,
And there's one down there giving
Oh,
up. You
no.
can actually see he turned green, going like, okay, I don't care. This is not
Yeah, but
in
I'm
my
sorry.
paycheck.
I'm sorry, everyone.
But-
This is an evil playthrough. We
Yeah.
have to. It's not our
Nothing to
fault
do.
really.
Nope.
So I'm just gonna smoke over there again. Oh, so as you might have noticed, despite the DUP having to
Oh, be
protect
careful
the
now.
protect the public against the conduits, they've been infused with just a little bit power themselves, with Augustine's concrete power. So they have a little pack, a little bit of punch. Apart from their machine guns, obviously. So where is the last one? Oh, hey, I think he might have gone.
Decided to leave.
So we're looking at getting this anchor down. That's not gonna
No,
work.
other side.
Yeah, I don't
That-
think
that
this
one.
is gonna
I think
Yeah.
yeah,
Dad ever
Yep.
came
yeah. I'm
to
gonna
the
go to the relay now and get a new smoke power, which you might see will work. Yeah, power sound from the controller. So now we're being introduced to the ultimate smoke move, which is
This is
the
going
comic
And
drop.
that's the one you've probably seen in the trailers as
Yes.
well, with him jumping in the air and smiling. And again, it's so seamless. I mean, it's a sort of a hybrid of in-game and CGI. This, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
but
I
it's
hope Reggie's got a
impressive.
good view of this.
I love that.
So the way this
Let's
thing
go.
works is that you earn karmic power by doing, in this case, evil things. And that grants us enough energy to do an orbital drop, which we'll do here, which I'll show now. Which looks, I think we can all agree, amazing. Little smile on the way down. See, I can adjust here and aim.
Hello, Science Center District. I lost you. Do you read me? I'm getting nothing, sir. You? Nothing outside our immediate area.
And so, we didn't destroy the Space Needle. We just destroyed the DUP equipment around the Space Needle. Let's clarify.
Take it easy. A few streets in the immediate vicinity, right? The DUP still owns the other 98%.
So now, as Reggie makes
Maybe
clear to
getting
us,
a bit more of the plot.
yeah, we have to kick the DUP out of Seattle. That's by lowering their percentage of control, little by little.
Just got here.
You know what they say? The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single kick-ass tag.
With a single kiss-ass
Okay.
tag.
So,
Who says that?
so
The Chinese
now
people.
we're forced to choose a tag, which will be his tag from now on. I don't know about you, but I went with the classic. But I'm
I
thinking,
just hit the button and realized, oh, whoa,
Yeah,
was
there's
that a
something-
choice? Ah,
yeah.
well, okay, no.
so maybe the mule.
Yeah, the mule.
The donkey?
It's awesome.
I'm gonna grab that. So now we have, the donkey logo at the top of the Space Needle,
Hey, Reg.
which is
see
awkward why he would choose that, but then again, that's Delson's decision. There we go. Why would anyone choose this for their real playthrough? Yeah, Augustine is not happy.
After you escaped?
Take that. So now we've, as you can see, we're close to not being a
and
thug.
we're being pretty good at, being evil.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
far.
yeah. It's going pretty well. For example, I'm just going to take down this guy and destroy the suspicion pin
Do you think I maybe need like a
and drain a shard. But now the DUP is going to come after me, so we might want to bail. Maybe it's time to showcase a bit of side content, I think.
Yeah.
I'm just going to
Indeed.
escape the DUP here and we'll find something fun to do. I can do that through this.
I'll keep trying to get a lead on the escaped bioterrorists. Why don't you see
And a flying shot,
other DUP
which I'm a little proud of.
until I get back?
And I haven't noticed, have we unlocked? No, so far we can't see the drones on our map, can
No,
we? Ah.
we're going to have to, as it is said here, we have to drive it out by destroying the command centers, and then we can see. As you can see, the glowing part, over there, that is a shard. But as we can press the options, and we can go for, I think maybe it's a good idea to get at
One of the secret cameras, perhaps? Do we
secret
have
camera
that
mission?
one open
We
yet?
can try to go for it. I think now we only have stencil art and secret agent. No, there's a camera mission over here.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go for that. Yeah, of course you can place your own markers on the map so it gets easier to navigate. But then again, I think one of the greatest things about Seattle once you get in there is it is actually completely open from the start. You can go anywhere now and not do any of the story missions, lower the DUP's control if you want to, and grow more powerful before you continue the story content. So you can do that. So it's going to take us 2 minutes to get.
I guess they like that cannonball drop. It wasn't called cannonball drop, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's going damage cool. Wow, this is awesome. Wow, very cool. That move is pretty cool. Awesome. This was amazing. So cool. Whistles. So nice. Yeah.
And without spoiling too much, I think there's a few different orbital drops around of different types, and you should be excited for those because they only get better. Here we are,
Yeah,
and we're going to introduce the secret hidden camera mission, one of the side missions. As you can see, very short, very condensed.
but it's a smart move.
Yeah, it's smart. Yeah.
Look at the screen, and you can just, this is where you are standing, or close to where you're standing, and you just need to figure out where is the camera based.
Yeah, and
And a drone. Woo!
and there's a drone. I think it's over here somewhere.
It's in the other side here. Yeah.
You see? Not easy
Yeah.
to spot if you don't. You see?
So and they get really tough later on.
Yeah. They're
some of
placed like
these.
really awkward places,
But
so you need to look.
It's kind of a hidden object game going backwards. Backwards. It's I really enjoyed it. I thought that was one of the more fun side missions.
Indeed, yeah. So maybe we could try the if it's available to us. The
And I think they've got a good mix of this. I mean, they've got these where you're trying to find hidden stuff and hidden agents and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then they've got the I was calling them drug busts. I think they're called.
yeah.
And so you've got a bit of choice if you just wanna relax a bit and go and find different things, or if you wanna smack some people up, you can basically do it depending on the side mission.
It's easy enough to sort of to lose yourself in the side content, I think, despite the fact that it's not really story based.
I keep doing it.
So this, as it says, is we need to blend in with the crowd. A DUP agent is blending into the crowd. We only have this picture available to us and a small area, but we need to find him. And if we don't find him, he will flee. So, but I think I've actually found him there.
You sure?
Yeah. Should I let him? If he sees me before I fired him, it will trigger a chase.
Yeah.
So maybe we're just going to do that.
Yeah.
So we're going to reveal ourselves to him. You see,
And
he
here
has.
he is trying to escape.
Who was hunting who?
So we got
Yeah,
him.
we got him.
And wait,
And
there
there's
are
a drone.
there's always these when you want to get distracted. So I'm gonna.
Yeah, I realized when I was playing through that suddenly I had like a gazillion of these shots and nothing to use them on yet because I hadn't opened my camera powers, but I've just been chasing these all the time.
So we're gonna. I think. What is this? Increase the number of smoke shots possible in a continuous burst. that I think that's neat. So, and this is, we should clarify, this is an ability that's only possible when you're playing the evil playthrough. So not only is it like story-based different, it's also like gameplay
your
different.
powers are differ depending on what you do.
Indeed, which makes it a bit, and the double air dash, I think.
And as you can see, I think the vent healing, if you go up there, you can see that's actually these two really shows the difference between the two.
Yeah, this is mobility and power, and this is more healing based. But I think it's fun playing around with these things. So, what should we go for? Do we have time for a story mission more?
We've got 20 minutes left, so plenty of time. So
let's go for a story mission. There is one more piece of side content available to us now, which is the stencil art, but as you've already seen that in the beginning part of the game, we're not gonna show that. It's the same thing.
Yeah, that's the whole shake you.
Yeah.
But what I like about it is it's really clever use of, I mean, it's not the same painting or a piece of art that he's producing every time. It's actually relating to the area where he's in.
Yeah.
And some of these are really fun. I remember seeing one with the two vents, square vents. And he's drawing a sweaty biker and using these squares as the wheels on the bike. And that was just an awesome piece of art.
Yeah. The stencil art is all original, and I think, despite the fact that it might not be the most entertaining piece of side content, I think it's worth watching just for the quality of the art.
And if you get to a point where you have completed every single piece of content in this, then you have got this.
Then you have that, yeah. So. Oh, right.
I simply prefer having a lot of extra side missions, and even if some of them are ones I don't care about, because at some point I will have sucked this game dry of content, and then I will end up wishing there was more, and then I'm quite happy that they added stupid stuff like this.
Indeed. It's just something to keep you entertained, and I think it does exactly that. So we've accidentally just run into a DUP controlled, so I'm just gonna try and... So see, now we've grown actually an entire Karmic level, which now we're criminal. I've never been so happy to be a criminal.
True.
Well, thank you. So we're just gonna flee from the rest of the DUP stuff here. They're sitting pretty in it.
Could you try and pause the game and let's take a look at the map? Actually,
yes.
You can, some viewers are asking about this. You can take a look at and get a feeling.
So this is one area of the map that you have available to you. So this is pretty big actually when just looking at it, but then you take this bridge and then you have this. So this doesn't zoom all the way out like, for example, the map in Grand Theft Auto, but
zoom up.
This is all you can zoom out.
Strange.
So it does look small, but it is really big, despite the fact that Delson actually can move very quickly with his smoke powers and other powers he'll get.
I was quite sure that I remember seeing more of it. That's really odd.
That might be patched in, I don't know. But you can easily expect a large scale open world with a lot of stuff to do in, but don't look for something that is huge, much grander in scale than, for example, Infamous 2. This is better, not bigger, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I felt like, honestly, in Grand Theft Auto, it was nice that I could fly for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But I didn't see anything that really interested me.
No.
Of course, there are a few landmarks, but I didn't enjoy traveling around as much as I do here. This seems like they've gone for a smaller area, but much more packed with content.
Much more packed with content. So yeah, in that sense, it is. There's more to do here. So stay off my back, will you? Thank you.
And still, it's not like it's a small area.
No. If you thought Infamous 2 was adequate, then you'll conceive this as adequate as well. So we're being told we can't launch this mission until we've cleared another of the mobile command units, which you saw in the first mission. So we're going to go ahead and do that.
I think you should do the final giveaway.
Yeah.
We have been talking about this, and I think you need to get ready because we are going to give away the game for PS4 now. And it will be the first one who gives us an answer
To a
our
question.
question. And we're not really going to we're going to be a bit tricky about doing the question as well.
Yeah.
We will do it now. And of course, we're going to say Sucker Punch.
Yeah.
We're going to say thief. And we're going to say animal. And we need you to name that.
So go ahead. If you know the answer, please
Write
help
it in
us
the
out,
chat.
yeah.
First one gets the game.
Because then you'll be a real Sucker Punch fan. We'll see how long it takes.
And we can answer a few of the questions here. Let's see.
Yeah,
Does it
please
rain
do.
a lot? Well, it does at times, but no, not all the time. And
No.
it isn't daylight all the time, and it isn't night all the time. So
It's a
lot of
pretty
different stuff.
It's a pretty straightforward day and night cycle,
Yeah.
as you would normally see. And, you know,
Except where it's sort of required that, well, this chapter takes place at night.
yeah,
So it will change setting once in a while, depending on what mood they're trying to set. And again, when you get to the nighttime chapter, you know exactly why they went for that. And it looks, again,
Yeah,
if you think this looks amazing, just wait for that part of the game.
So, and just to clarify again with the rain, this is Seattle. This is a place where it normally rains a lot of the time, like we're used to here in Denmark, for example. But it doesn't rain all of the time, as it does now. There's, I think it's safe to say that there's normal weather. Sometimes it's nice and sunny, and sometimes it's...
We had about 1 million comments here, and I'm guessing Indian Copan, which is almost our resident viewer, got the game. So
Congratulations.
congrats. Let's see. Nike was he was Sly Raccoon, Sly Cooper, Ran. Sly Cooper. Yeah, we're getting Raven, Raccoon, Sly Cooper. Damn, tons of answers. But yeah, you
right
got and some wrong, but yeah,
Oh.
you got the first answer, Indian Cobra. So congrats.
Oh no, I'm coming close to dying here. Gonna have to bail. Is there a vent? There is. Here we go. And as you can see, the sheer like mobility of Delsin makes him. It makes it pretty easy to sort of get out of trouble once you really need to.
Mm.
So I'm gonna get up. Finally gonna get, I think. Where did he go? I'm gonna take in some smoke. Oh, go away. So I think it might be time to no.
And I'm not quite sure. Do we need to destroy the cameras as well so we don't attract more? Nah, I guess they can't see you.
There's only the mini boss here
yeah.
left, and I think I finally got him. Yeah. So
same principle, and that might be. We're talking about. We're going to mention some of the downsides to the game. While there isn't a lot, one could be that some of the pedestrians doesn't really react very well to what you are doing. And again, another might be that when you've played halfway through the game, you're basically getting a lot of the same stuff again and
it
again
is repetitive.
and again.
It is.
But then again, if you like doing that stuff, it's fine.
Yeah.
If you want to be surprised by new stuff all the time, halfway through you might lose it.
Indeed.
But up till then, you're getting a lot of different powers and new stuff to keep the content fresh as well.
Yeah.
But you are doing this a lot, smashing these command centers, doing
Gathering
what
the
you're
blast
doing here.
shards. Yes.
But the story content, whenever that's what I've been doing. I've basically been going around doing stuff like this. And then whenever I got a bit bored, I would continue with the story, and I think that's a great way to play the game.
I think so too. Yeah. What it gives you a lot of the time is new tools, not new content. So Delson will unlock new powers, which will keep the same content fresh, but don't expect it to be like a million different mini games and a million different types of side missions. What it gives you is focused content and different ways to tackle it. So
I think here we are getting sort of a glimpse at his next power, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. So what it is, wait, quickly, Delson is looking at the news bulletin, and they have branded him
and
as
he hates
the Banner Man, and he thinks
Banner
that's
Man.
lame. Yeah, and it is. So now, as you can see, they sort of react pretty weirdly to his presence. But then again, when you're moving and you're taking down the DUP, you really don't notice.
No.
I think so. So we should.
Sorry, man.
Oh yeah, and now Reggie's coming through.
There's this bioterrorist maniac.
Yeah, we're getting a glimpse now at the next power.
Use the B word.
What? Bioterrorist?
Yeah, you know that's just a slur in.
Yeah, I don't think you can buy the hat or the beanie, Branko.
Sadly.
Just
I
track him
think it's
down.
actually part of the
Find out what he can tell us about.
Oh yeah, Nick is saying he thinks it might be part of the collector's edition. We aren't quite sure about that, but it might be.
I'm telling you, it's gonna work.
Oh, Dark Sides is writing it. It comes from the limited edition, I think. So yeah.
So that means limited.
Conspicuous? Yeah.
So if you want it,
Cold Store, which Ricardo is writing. So
we've gotten in, we've sort of minged in with a fight that was going on between some dealers and the DUP, but we just decided to, it's best to.
oh, before we end, I should probably mention that the new printed magazine of Gamereactor is out today in Denmark, tomorrow in Sweden, Norway, Finland, Germany, England. And it's, as always, it's free to get at your local games pusher or probably at a library. But yeah, go get it. It's free. We've got tons of content in it. We've got I know in the Danish one you've written about the Watch Dogs.
A preview of Watch Dogs, yeah.
A huge one indeed.
Yeah, sorry.
And we do have a lot of pages about Batman Arkham Knight.
Yeah, the newly announced
and we're
Rocksteady Batman
finally
game.
allowed to actually mention that we have it since the magazine is out now. But that's all we're allowed to say now. But go pick up the magazine, and it's free, and it's out today in Denmark and tomorrow in a lot of other places. Here is the next power in infamous Second Son.
Yeah.
And that's, as you can see, it looks
the lighting is
awesome.
absolutely amazing, and that's one of the things that the next power, Neon, will show. It's a very different power to Smoke, but I don't know if we can get to it. I don't think we can. But
no, I don't think we should actually.
I don't think so. This is a teaser.
I think the character you meet after this is really interesting.
It is,
and I wouldn't want to spoil too much about that.
So we're gonna wait with the Neon power and just do this mission. But then again, you just get a glimpse of what it can do. So we'll keep that as a teaser. You might have seen some from preview trailer coverage, but it is really impressive when you get to play it yourself.
Kempire is writing special and collector's editions get the hat. So now we know.
So there's still plenty of beanies to go around, people.
But not from here.
No.
We're keeping
these beanies. So I think, yeah.
I'll check it out.
Oh no.
Convoy of dupes heading to the scene.
Yeah, I want to steer clear of them.
Not my style.
It's not Delson's style to steer clear. Sorry.
So now we are gonna just jump around, do nothing for the last 5 minutes.
Yep.
So as to not to spoil anything, but you're in for a treat when playing Infamous Second Son for sure.
So I'm just gonna just for starters, just kick these guys' asses. Die.
And I think, well, we could try, but I mean, it's a lost cause, isn't it? If we're going to end this stream without mentioning once again that we think it looks good.
I think that would be impossible. So,
yeah.
For starters, I'm gonna do this just to destroy the
yeah.
cars. Yeah, just to give people one more glimpse. Yes, it looks like this when you're not on a story mission. Gonna land right in between the cars here.
Boom.
It's gonna look like that every time you use it. Yeah, look at the smoke
And you
particles.
are gonna want to use it just for that.
And look down here. The cops have shown up.
And since they are not part of the evil agency of conduit haters, you should really not kill them. But I guess you're going for... well, you do you fail the mission if you kill them here?
No, you don't.
No, okay.
The brother will come with a comment of some sort.
Okay, I forgot, because since you're playing as evil, of course you need to smash everyone. But yeah.
Oh wait, well, here we go.
But I mean, I'm still impressed by the amount of carnage you're doing here, and when you're moving, and that it doesn't show any frame rate drops.
No. It's really not that bad, and it's amazing when you. I mean, things even get more graphically intense than this than we've already shown, and it's very, very stable. I think, which is really surprising. It's very nice. And even some of the battles can get like, when you're involved with 20 DUP soldiers, who you must remember have the concrete power, all of them. So
I know, actually, I might as well mention that, because we have mentioned it in our review as well. Some of the additional content that you can get, and some of the bug fixes that they actually made. There's a day one patch out for the game, and we're playing with that, of course. But I've also noticed some reviewers actually not using that patch, and I think it's a bit of a shame. But at least we had the info beforehand, so we were able to, you know, sort of look at what was going to happen and what was going to change. And
it's a growing problem, these things, because we review things before they come out, but mostly they have these huge day one patches.
Yeah, we were lucky to actually get, you know, heads up for this before reviewing the game, so we were able to actually give it the proper treatment.
I'm just gonna destroy this just for the sake of it. Bye. So we're coming up on a pen, which I'm gonna destroy, and I'm just gonna.
You're ending the stream at going just total Hulk carnage.
I'm a hero in my own game, so this is really freeing for me. Oh, I really love you. Yeah, that's fine. Fine by me.
Melt.
Yeah,
you puppet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna melt people. Yeah. Oh, the car wash. Oh, nice. Oh, they think they're safe.
And in case you're wondering, you are getting new power in the next part of the story mission.
Yes, the next story mission will give you
the next
power. Then it's
back to upgrading a bit again.
Yeah.
And I was so disappointed, because I loved feeling like this, just going around nuking everything, you know, just with a push of a button, and then was sort of, well, back to square one again.
Yeah. It does sort of...
but it's a good way to do it. I don't mind it. It's like having that, you know, you love grinding, you love getting new powers, and it's a good way to sort of let you have it for a while and then give you another power you need to upgrade.
And I think the ultimate payoff is that at some point... Oh, by the way... Why not? Oh, wait!
No,
I can do it again. Yeah, I'm gonna do it again. Yes. You will be punished for this.
Total carnage
I'm
trophy.
Just gonna wait.
Or
1, 2, 3. Bye. So that was that. I'm gonna go in here. Because there are these, which disrupts our view of the map. You see, I think it's actually, while I think it makes sense.
That's one thing I liked.
Yeah. It looks really pretty as well when the soldiers with the concrete power are flying around, creating these sort of pillars of concrete around when they jump. So bye.
So much easier being evil. Don't have to worry about anything.
It's going to be hard to go back to my hero save game.
I'll throw a smoke bomb. Oh,
Yeah,
you're coughing. Okay,
you
please lie down.
Yeah. I'll use my smoke as sort of rope so I can sort of tie it around you so you won't get hurt. Boring. This is the way to play. So I'm still taking damage from over there. Wow. Okay. Get off. There we go.
So all in all, you were pretty satisfied with the game. I am as well.
If you like Infamous, don't miss out on this. And if you don't like Infamous, please try it out. Yeah, you're a bad person.
You're a bad person, yeah.
But please do try it out, because as open world games go, this gives you the power and it gives you the fun that you need to have with a game like this.
And for me, if that's at least how I feel, I'm not too fond of GTA because I prefer having a choice of being good if I want to.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I think makes this game stand out, that you're actually able to do that.
And while the morality system, as we've seen, is a bit simple, it's still nice to have the choice. That you can go either way.
And it will reflect, of course, on the citizens as well. They will start taking pictures of you with their mobiles and go like, hey, you're a hero, and stuff like that.
So you can either be the super villain or the superhero. That's really your choice. So screw you, auto turret.
Can you have 2 saves? You can have tons of saves.
All the saves
Carl the Man is asking. Well, at least I've got 7 or 8 saves at home at the moment. So it doesn't seem like there's any limit, or at least it's a fine limit if there is. Because, I mean, 7 or 8 save games should be enough.
So you can save manipulate if you want, if that's how you want to play. So.
Is it stupid to swap from good to evil in the same save? Yeah. Well, it is probably because you're missing out on being able to upgrade your powers and stuff like that. But as I said, I play as a good guy, and I still get bad karma because every time I see these activists, I've decided to just kill them or nuke them or whatever. So I mostly gain good karma, and then I drop a little whenever I see these guys. And it's not game breaking, it will just make you need to grind a bit more. That's actually, speaking of that, I read some of the patch notes of the game.
Oh yeah.
They have added, even if after the ending or whatever you should call it, they have added some enemies as well. So it wouldn't be like if you liberate the whole city or whatever you do. I'm not going to spoil anything. Whatever you do there, it's not like game over.
No.
And it's not like it's all quiet and easy peasy after that. So they've added that.
There will be a ton of stuff to do even after you finish the game. So.
I think
I destroyed the mobile command center. I think that might be the end.
We're out of time actually. What are we streaming tomorrow, Nick? GR Friday nights, and we are going news.
Call of Duty casters, commentators to play with us.
2 famous Call of Duty players, casters.
Telecasters, yeah.
So they're coming tomorrow, and it's as usual 1600 Central European time, and it's 2 hours, and well, it's every weekday, and we've just been playing 2 hours of Infamous Second Son, and we like it a lot.
Yeah.
So that's it for us today. Thank you and goodbye.